Picture this. You're in a candlelit chamber in Lisbon, the smell of salt air drifting through the port city. A royal advisor unrolls a parchment map across the table. It shows a glittering new coastline, a vast river splitting the heart of South America, lined with fertile valleys, silver mines, and a shining port city called Puerto de los Reyes. The king leans in. His generals nod. His merchants whisper in awe. But here's the twist. None of it was real. This single piece of parchment, drawn with confident lines and regal seals, would ripple across Europe, spark a geopolitical frenzy, and help ignite an actual war. Welcome to Lost Map Files, where impossible maps reveal hidden truths history tried to bury. The year is 1710. Europe is locked in a struggle for empire. Spain rules vast parts of the Americas. Britain and France hunger for the same spoils. Maps in this era aren't just guides, they're weapons. They decide where fleets sail, which ports get fortified, and where wars are justified. Enter the so-called Map of the Golden River. According to the map, a navigable river cut straight through South America, linking the Atlantic to the continent's interior. Around it were notes scribbled of silver, fertile farmland, and a port said to rival Lisbon itself. No one had seen it. No expedition had returned with proof. Yet the map's sheer audacity made it believable enough for courts desperate for advantage. Spain clung to the map as evidence of its territorial rights. Britain circulated copies as proof that Spain was hiding resources. France watched, calculating how to exploit the chaos. And all of it rested on lines of ink. So where did this mysterious map come from? Archival records point to Portuguese colonial offices. Some historians believe it was deliberately fabricated to mislead rivals, an early act of cartographic warfare. Others think it came from sailors' rumors, stitched together by cartographers who needed funding. Historian Ricardo Padrón puts it bluntly. Maps were not neutral. They were weapons of persuasion. The Royal Academy of Lisbon later admitted no such channel existed. Modern satellite images confirm it. The region is nothing but dense rainforest. Technical note for viewers. In the 18th century, maps weren't based on precise measurements. They were mosaics of sailor logs, compass bearings, and often outright guesswork. A single bold stroke could invent an entire coastline. But here's where it gets dangerous. The map wasn't just a curiosity. Britain used it to argue that Spain was secretly hoarding wealth. London pamphlets warned of silver rivers Spain conceals. In 1735, Spanish troops were deployed near modern-day Uruguay to defend these phantom claims. Britain responded with naval patrols. Clashes broke out at sea. The tensions escalated into the infamous War of Jenkins' Ear, a conflict remembered for its brutality, thousands dead, ships sunk, economies destabilized, all fueled in part by a map that lied. And here's the stranger part. Even after the war, the fake river lived on. Publishers, lazy or complicit, kept reprinting it in atlases for decades. Libraries in Paris, London, and Madrid taught generations of scholars a geography that never existed. The Phantom River became a self-sustaining illusion, kept alive by repetition. A war fought over a coastline that wasn't real, a kingdom defending borders that never existed, and rival empires bleeding over a line of ink on parchment. It leaves us with one haunting question. If fake maps could trigger real wars in the 18th century, what illusions on today's maps might spark conflicts tomorrow? Because make no mistake, our modern maps aren't flawless either. Borders in the Arctic, resources in the South China Sea, claims drawn in deserts and oceans no one fully explored. Next time, we'll uncover another deception. A 500-year-old map shows Antarctica without ice. Subscribe to Lost Map Files, where every impossible map reveals the hidden history beneath the paper.